Hello traders, what's going on? Prof from Benco Forex Academy speaking. It's a beautiful week again, and we are expecting to be making more money than the last week, than the previous week that we were in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss these beauties that we will be sending and uploading on the channel. Also, follow the link for our Telegram channel and join that channel as well. Like our Facebook page and join the WhatsApp groups that we'll be putting the links on below. Without wasting your time, let's look at Stepp index. Last week we sent analysis on Stepp index, and we were expecting to be buying Stepp index. Let's just zoom in a bit and check where we were last week and what happened as we closed the week. So last week we were around these areas here. And we were expecting Stepp index to push down a bit. We're expecting Stepp index to push down a bit to give us on higher time frame this 1, 2 and third touch here on higher time frame, and inside price action also to give us a 1, 2, 3. But we were not sure price action had not revealed where exactly we were going to take the trade. We just knew that we are expecting a third touch on the lower trend line, the lower main trend line. As of how price action was going to behave on this inner trend line, it was not as clear. But as the week went on, we noticed that the price gave a throw over on the main trend line there. If we are being honest and realistic, those traders who would want to catch a sniper entry, the sniper entry traders, so to say, I'm sure they lost a lot of money here. If you had a small account size and you took this trade here, I'm sure you felt a pinch. I'm sure they took a lot of money from your pocket here around these areas when price was still going down. But as time went on, we were given nice entries. Let's just go to H4 and check how price behaved around this area. Let's just go to H4 there and see how price behaved around that area there. So keeping in mind that we are at a third touch on the main lower trend line, and here we have 1, 2, 3 from this anchor point there. We were given a mini inverse head and shoulder here. If we are considering this price action here, let me just take my drawing to there. If we are considering this price action and this price action here, you see that we were given a bit of a mini inverse head and shoulder formation there. Those who have experienced trading Stepp index do know that when Stepp index is reversing, is going into bullish mode, it normally reverses with these inverse head and shoulder. Just do your back testing. If you do your back testing and understand the price action of Stepp index, you see that when Stepp index is reversing to go into bullish mode, it normally reverses with an inverse head and shoulder formation there. And when it is going into bearish mode, it goes correctively. I'm sure we mentioned it again in our previous video when we were talking about the fast movement, the swiftness of Stepp index when it goes up, the swiftness of Stepp index when it's in a bullish momentum. You look how it's moving here. It's moving very fast. And let's just zoom in the price action there. What can we expect here? What should we expect from Stepp index this week? What should we expect from Stepp index this week? Well, last week when we were talking about this trade, we said this trade would go even up to these areas here. Let me just put my color for item there, even up to these areas, but we need confirmation whether we are going to move up to these areas or not. And what confirmations are we expecting here? From this trend line here, I've just taken my profits from the trade that I entered around these areas after the confirmation that I will show you. I've just exited my trade there based on that trend line, and now what I'm expecting is maybe just a little bit of push, maybe to these order blocks here. Just a little bit of push. After they trade into those order blocks, they then come back to retest the channel. As they retest the channel, they'll be coming back to retest these highs here. Then I would take the trade buy from there going up there. If it gives me that price action and the price action is whispering that we are going to be in a buy, then why not take the trade? I'll also join that trade, risking the profits that I got from this big move here. Then I risk some of the profits here, maybe just a quarter of the profits on this buy to see how it will then react. Remember, we don't move candlesticks, so nothing is guaranteed, but it is highly probable based on probabilities. That's number one expectation that I'm expecting there. You should always trade your expectations, trade your forecast. You should know what to expect before it happens. That will help you manage your risk. Then number two, expectation. What else are we expecting? This is based on price action and back testing. Remember, I told you that when Stepp index is reversing, it normally reverse using inverse head and shoulder formation. So based on the price action up to these levels, for starters, you can see that there is a possibility of us getting an inverse head and shoulder formation there. Let me just finish decorating the charts so that you see what we are talking about here. Let me have my trend line there. Then I have another one there. So if I just put my trend lines there and I'm able to get a third touch from that trend line, giving me this inverse head and shoulder, let me just make sure that it's visible enough to you, that what I'm seeing is visible enough to you. Then I get another shoulder there. Then why not take the trade? If this is my second expectation, what I'm expecting given the back test and the price action of Stepp index, this is now experience at work. If I get this second shoulder here and it's in a corrective manner, I would want to get this second shoulder correctively so that they will be accumulating orders to go up. If I get that accumulation there, I'll be happy to trade the buy, especially if it trades into an order block and this price action comes into let me just do the measurements here. And if this price action comes into 50% and 0.618 region, as I'm indicating there, if it comes to 68.1 and 50% region, I don't expect though to go to 50%. If I come to those region there, to this shaded region, and I trade into an order block, especially lower time frame order block M5, M2, then I'll be happy to take this buy going up. I'll be happy to take this buy going up. Just a teaser, if you check your price action here, talking about the inverse head and shoulders that we are talking about right now, if you check this short buy that I told you last week that there was a buy we took here, if you check this buy, you're going to see that there was a mini inverse head and shoulder there. If you check this one again, there is a mini inverse head and shoulder there again. If you check this failed inverse head and shoulder formation which did not come to this area, there is an inverse head and shoulder again there which did not come to fruition though. So we are expecting this move to happen, because we cannot get only an uptrend relentless up to this stage. It's not sustainable for price to be moving like that. People will profit from the move and brokers will go broke. So we need to be trapping buyers and sellers as we go. We need to be blowing accounts as we go. So be a market maker, think like a market maker there, think like the broker there, and make sure that you are not trapped into buying when they are still selling, or selling when they are still buying, because it is obvious that even when you know where the market will go, you can blow accounts and make losses. Look here, we knew that we're going to have 1, 2, 3, but those who took sniper entries here lost a lot of money when they were trying to buy this before it was ready. So make sure that if this is going to be a continuation buy going upwards, then it's going to be after the move would have been confirmed. And talking about the inverse head and shoulder, we might not get it above, let me just have that, we might not get it above the trend line only. We might as well, let me remove this, let me remove this. We might as well get it below the trend line like that. We might get that other shoulder to complement this shoulder below the trend line, and we get a corrective move going inside the trend line. You can see now we are above, going inside the trend line like that, going deeper to give us, to get power to then impulse up in a very fast movement. Remember the movement for Stepp to do that. Yes, it's possible to then continue going up to these areas before they come back. Well, if they continue going up, I'm not interested in joining that buy. They can just move up. I will look for opportunities elsewhere. Be willing to be left behind sometimes. It will help you psychologically, because the trading is not only about setups, but also your psychology and also your state of mind and the risk management. You also need to balance those. So that's what I'm expecting on Stepp Index. If you are in my group, if you are in my Telegram channel, if you are in my WhatsApp group, or you are or you liked my Facebook page, it's most likely that I will post a signal to buy this when it's ready. If there is a change in sentiment, if otherwise the broker changes and comes back to take out people who took a buy down there, well, we will be waiting, we will be assessing the price action, and the price will always whisper. If you know how to read price, if you can read the price well, there are no secrets that they can hide from you. You always see the footprints of price as it moves. It will tell you where it is going and what it wants to do. So let's just wait and be patient. Patience will pay off, like what happened here. And wait and be patient and see how price is going to behave on this trend line. This trend line is your key area now. Just monitor price and see how it's going to be behaving on that trend line. Soon we'll be having a September class coming up. If you are interested in joining those classes, just join in. Which strategy do I teach? I teach a Benkov Forex strategy, which is a hybrid of the Falcon strategy, the Elliott wave principle for market structures and entries, then the ICT. I think you saw me talking about order blocks there. ICT for entries again. We also teach ICT for entries there. Then BTMM for levels on M1 for those who would want to scalp. We also teach those. If you are interested, you just email me. The email is there, or you just join the groups and contact me. I'm the admin of most of the groups. So see you there. Thank you very much. I wish to see you next week. I wish to see you in my groups. I wish to see you subscribing to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and make sure the channel grows fast and we grow our community very fast. If the community is big enough, we will start having live videos here on YouTube, so that you guys join and you benefit and we eradicate poverty and make money. Thank you very much. Have a peaceful week. I will also be posting other indices and forex pairs as well. Just make sure you also hit the notification button and you don't miss out.